This video was sponsored by the Magic Candle Company. Stay tuned until the end of the video for more spooky details. Ooh. So essentially, it opened in 1987, and it was a big deal. You know, the park was open for almost exactly a whole weekend because the demand for it was so big, and it was a good thrill ride. It was everything Michael Eisner wanted it to be. Very successful, might I add. Just kind of like yourself. And there were references to Adventures Through Inner Space in there, but for the most part, the old Adventures Through Inner Space show building was gone and replaced with a new sort of starport entrance area. It was very strange and very reminiscent of the old dark ride. And sorry. I think I need to go. Oh, there you are. I was just looking for you. So that was really rude of me to leave. As I was saying, you know, Star Tours, I think, can be a little bit outdated at times, buddy, and I think it's something we really need to have a heart-to-heart about. Let's get started. Okay, so Galaxy's Edge opened in 2019, and it was amazing. Believe me, I was there opening day, and there was only one attraction to ride. Now, this video may get some of you heated, and I am prepared to deal with that fallout, if that fallout should come, but I think it's time for all of us to have an honest heart-to-heart conversation. Guys, Star Tours is outdated, and vastly outclassed by Millennium Falcon. Now, allow me to take 10 to 12 minutes to explain to you why I think this.
Thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to you being the first riders on the official opening of our Star Tours ride. And with that, I would like to ask George if we're ready to cut the ribbon. Are we ready, George?
Yes, we are.
How about you, CP3?
Oh, yes, Master Michael.
Star Tours, I'm sorry to say it, everybody, is an aging ride that relies on aging technology, namely 3D glasses and the old motion simulators based on flight simulators that were available to Disney in the year 1987. That's a long time ago. But offhand, Disney, you say. The Haunted Mansion opened in 1969, and that ride has aged perfectly. And I would agree with you, that ride has aged perfectly. But oh my good friends, screens are present in Star Tours. Screens, the eternal enemy of aging a ride properly. I have a very complicated relationship with screens. Sometimes they can add to the experience, like in Rise of the Resistance, when you can't actually be out in space in the middle of a giant battle. Sometimes they are the experience, though, in the case of Toy Story Mania or even Web Slingers. But you know, when it comes to projection-faced animatronics, those things... Oh no. It all depends on how it's used, and Star Tours uses it in the most basic of ways. It's really just kind of a movie that shakes you around a little bit. Now, compare that to Smuggler's Run. It's a movie, it shakes you around a bit, but this time you can press buttons that do stuff. And when you can press buttons to make the ride do things while you're sitting in that shaking theater, you really do feel like you're flying the Millennium Falcon. But why is it, Mickey? Why is it that I love Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run more than I like the most popular ride at Disneyland for a very long time in the 90s? That comes down to two words, my friend. Can you guess them? Man, a few words I see. Motion sickness. I am a wimp. A massive wimp, in fact. The last time I went on Mission Space, even though I love all the Horizons references, was, I don't know, 10 years ago, maybe? I always skip it because I never want to puke when I'm at Epcot, and I'm sure you guys can relate to me on that. On not wanting to puke, not on not riding Mission Space. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's being able to control the attraction. Maybe it's a little bit easier when it comes to jerkiness, but whatever it is, I don't feel like I am going to pass out when I'm on it. Especially when you get left or right pilot, then you have control over the ride. You can choose where you turn or where you dive or where you go up. It's amazing. If you haven't done pilot, next time you're there, request pilot. It's a darn unforgettable experience. Okay, now I'm nothing if not objective. Some pros Star Tours has over Millennium Falcon. Oh, Patrick.
My name is Patrick.
Patrick's in there. I love Patrick. He's not the only thing in there, okay? The queue line for Star Tours, I think, has so many details in there compared to Smuggler's Run. I mean, really good details. References to classic Disneyland. Things Walt helped create, all right? The Monsanto Hall of Chemistry. That was there when Disneyland opened. Adventure Through Inner Space. Yep, there's references there. Magnification. The amount of history that Star Tours has behind it is something Millennium Falcon can't even touch. I'll acknowledge that. But does history equal a good ride experience? And in this case, I gotta say no. Okay, to me, officially Star Tours is out, but what would replace it? We already have a simulator attraction in Galaxy's Edge, so you don't want another one of those. Let's take a look at the backstage space. Now you might think that, like the Haunted Mansion, Adventures Through Inner Space needed a lot of room for its show building because, you know, dark rides take a lot of room with all the physical sets and whatnot, but you'd be surprised to learn that essentially the entire dark ride was housed within the unloading, loading, and queue area of Star Tours today, which is pretty impressive. They managed to fit all of that inside that small little area. So whatever replaces Star Tours has to either take up a small amount of space or a larger amount of space, and Disney has to be willing to get rid of the Starcade that, you know, has kind of been gone anyway for the past couple of years, so I'm not sure Disney's missing out too much on that real estate. And I'm gonna try and stay away from ride sequels because no matter how much I want Adventure Through Inner Space Part 2, I know a lot of people would rather have something new come into the parks rather than just retreading old ground. So, my idea for a brand new dark ride in Disneyland's Tomorrowland, opening summer of 2002, is this. Space Mountain is the most popular attraction at all of the Tomorrowlands, bar none. I mean, come on. Which is why my idea for a replacement to Star Tours is just extending the track for Space Mountain out to this show building so it's a longer version of what we already have. I'm kidding, though, that's not it. Space Mountain is part of an established universe already. You have Starport 75, Space Station 77, all of the Space Mountains across the entire world, even Mission 2, take place in the same universe. I've talked about it before. If you're interested in getting the complete and total explanation, check out my Space Mountain story theory video after this, or right now, if you want. I want Star Tours' replacement to help build the story of Tomorrowland, which is also apparently the story of Avengers Campus. It's a bit complicated, which is why I present to you Star Venture, a slow-moving Omnimover dark ride in a similar vein to Adventure Through Inner Space that takes you through different scenes of the cosmos, like different planet surfaces, different nebulas, and even different universes, maybe even a black hole. Think of the post-show for Space Mountain at Walt Disney World bumped up to 15, and it's a ride now. The ride will be narrated, of course, because every good dark ride has to be narrated by either an all-knowing celestial being, or I could do it. It could be me. Guests would learn about the size of themselves and the planet Earth, even the solar system compared to the known universe, where it all came from, where it's going, and how it all was formed. So it's a little bit educational, sort of that original Epcot-style attraction, just with modern-day special effects, not a ton of screens, and some amazing attraction music. That's what's going to be important here, is the music, right? You have to nail the cosmic epiphany-style sound. Ray Lynch, I'm looking at you. And yes, the starting point of your mission would be Space Station 77 in Tomorrowland at Disneyland. That way people know for sure that this is indeed a combined universe. Again, like I said, the track has to be kind of short if Disney wants to fit this into the Adventure Through Inner Space and Star Tours buildings, unless they want to eat into some of the Star Traders and Starcade area, although I don't know if Disney wants to get rid of Star Traders, it makes a lot of money. But with Millennium Falcon filling the niche that Smuggler's Run has and doing it a lot better, may I add, I feel like there's room for improvement where Star Tours is now. And, you know, the rest of Tomorrowland. Which then leads me into the Tomorrowland problem. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with it. Bring back the People Mover, yada yada yada. You guys are all caught up at this point. Star Venture is the first step toward a new Tomorrowland. A better Tomorrowland, where the People Mover is up and running every single day and you can just get on it and ride it around if you want. But, you know, as always, I could be completely wrong with this. Star Tours always has a queue to get in. Maybe it's because it's a slow loader, maybe because it's popular. And maybe you're typing a comment right now on how taking Star Tours away is sacrilege because it's essentially, at this point, what most would consider to be a classic Disneyland attraction. And I can kind of see what you're saying, but I mean, come on, Millennium Falcon's better, and Tomorrowland needs help. Those are two truths proven by scientists. See? He proved it. So you see, a new attraction replacing an old one isn't always a bad idea. Sometimes it can even be a great idea, because I only have great ideas. What do you think? Still giving me the silent treatment, huh? That's alright. Star Venture is just one of my many ideas, something that could replace Star Tours. Maybe you have a better idea. No? Didn't think so. But whether that ride is Star Venture or even, heaven forbid, another simulator ride, I think Star Tours has its own spot in the park now. Tomorrowland doesn't need to be Star Wars Land Light like it was for the past couple of years. Galaxy's Edge fills that need really nicely, so it's time to say goodbye to Star Wars Launch Bay and to Star Tours and to Star Traders even to an extent. Say goodbye to Disney's mini Star Wars land next to the Matterhorn and say hello to Tomorrowland. But at the end of the day, who can really say? You know, Star Tours is a classic. People line up for it. I just think it's outclassed vastly in Galaxy's Edge, and the real estate in Tomorrowland is ripe for the picking. What do you mean crackling noise? I don't hear a crackling noise. Oh, you must be hearing my Polynesian candle from the Magic Candle Company. Sponsor time. That, I think, was a very successful video. A bit confusing on the plot end of things, but for the most part pretty good. Maybe a little divisive. On the bad side of things, though, my room smells like it's been in a garbage can for 12 months, and no one's been around to pick it up. What can I do to make it smell better? No, the video... Listen, your part is over. I'm not listening to you anymore. Alright, what do you got? Show me what you have. Was that a haunted candle? That thing doesn't actually have ghosts in it, right? Huh. You know what? Not too bad. Okay, but just because this is a haunted candle doesn't mean it's gonna send ghosts flying around this room, right? Just because I used offer code OFFHAND15 for 15% off my purchase at themagiccandlecompany.com. And I'm trusting you on this, okay? Last thing I need is a bunch of specters flying around my office distracting me while I'm trying to publish this video. Everyone, visit themagiccandlecompany.com and use offer code OFFHAND15 for 15% off your entire purchase, be that on candles, bath bombs, hand soap, or even hand sanitizer or air fresheners. They have them all, from the Polynesian Resort to the Contemporary Resort to the Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, and yes, even Walt Disney's office. So stop by today and give them a big thanks for sponsoring this channel and making all of this possible. And there are the ghosts. You lied to me. Man, who am I gonna call to get rid of these guys? Welcome to the end card. Sorry, let me blow out this candle real quick. Isn't that nice and peaceful, quiet? I do like the crackle look though, it makes me feel like I'm camping. Thank you all so much for watching this video on what should replace Star Tours, if anything should replace it at all. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think Star Tours is dated? Do you think Millennium Falcon's better? Or do you prefer the OG, the original Star Tours? I made my thoughts very well known in the video, so that's enough of me talking. I want to hear from you guys. Also, if you're interested in early access to videos, audio, and sometimes even full videos, the full complete thing before it goes live to the public, head over to my Patreon, linked in the description down below, and even just $1 a month gets you access to most of the perks, minus the Disneyland tour. It's a bit different. And be sure to follow me on all my social medias, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more updates regarding my life, videos, and some just random thoughts that I have about the finale of Loki. Did you guys see that? It's insane. Hopefully these videos are reaching somebody at Disney, because good gracious, I need a new Tomorrowland, and I need it right now. Like I said, I don't care if you have to shut down everything. I know Red Rocket's Pizza Port, or I guess it's Pizza Planet now, makes a lot of money, but please, it needs some TLC. And so after waiting 10 hours for an Oogie Boogie Bash ticket, which I finally got, I will see you guys all in the next video. It was a bit of a wait too, let me tell you. It was pretty crazy. And goodbye.